Steph, in your post-game interview on the court, you actually said, "I wish I had shot better this game," and that's after you dropped 46 points in 40 minutes. What else do you feel like you could have done in this game, and how much do you self-critique, no matter what kind of performance you have?
That's always the first instinct. Right or wrong, you always hold yourself to the highest of standards. So, love the way the game finished. Obviously, happy, those last few went in and we opened the game up. You start to look at the body of work throughout the course of the game, and you miss some easy ones, and those are the ones you remember a little bit more, which is kind of natural, like striving for perfection in that respect. So obviously, I'm proud of the way that we all played, and glad we got the win. And there were some big moments out there, but that's always the first instinct is how can you play better.
You took a career high in threes tonight, or a career high in shot attempts tonight. Did it feel like that to you that you were up towards 36?
Yes and no. I didn't. I don't know what the number was before that, but I felt like second and third quarters, mostly the third, like I got a lot of good looks. Coming off of DHOs, coming off of back cuts, getting in the paint, and they kind of came in waves. So that was an interesting kind of dynamic because I do kind of understand where I'm at when it comes to when I'm being uber aggressive, getting looks, kind of what that number is, especially with how many possessions we have, and obviously in the fourth quarter it was go time. So at that point you don't think about it. You just let it fly and don't second guess any shot in a game like this when we need to win. So like I said, I'm glad that, a couple of those down the stretch went in.
Hey, Steph, Courtney, how you doing today, man? With all the adversity the team faced this season, what is the main takeaways you could share with us about this group?
Myself and Draymond, we've been around for a while and have seen a little bit of everything. And the patience and the perseverance through this season with a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys, a lot of injuries, a lot of different rotations, different lineups. I'm proud of the way that we've led this charge and set a standard of, what winning basketball is, but also, the understanding that it looks totally different than it used to. But at the end of the day, when games like these come around, that we're prepared for it, and I hope that hopefully that confidence is contagious amongst the other guys, and they've played amazing, especially down the stretch. Our short rotation that we've had, everybody stepped up, everybody's understood how they can impact the game on both ends of the floor, and everybody has created that edge of you don't want to mess with us out there. So I love that because it was a little bleak, February, March, where we didn't know what type of team we were going to be, and we were really struggling to find our identity. So we're in a good spot right now. We obviously know there's a lot of work to do, and no matter how the season goes, I'm really proud of the way that we've given ourselves a chance to make this season matter, and giving ourselves to play games that matter, and that's big.
You kind of joked in the preseason. You sort of joked about maybe playing till your late 30s or maybe even pushing 40. You're the oldest scoring champion since Jordan did it at age 35 in 1998, and you're playing your best basketball. I mean, what does that mean to you to win that scoring title at 33, and just the way that this group has supported you?
Well, the first thing I told the guys in the locker room, like, no matter what anybody says, I appreciate what they've all brought to the this season because, like I said, it wasn't pretty and it wasn't a steady climb at all, even to get to this spot. But I appreciate everybody out there committing to how we play, and that's really unlocked what I do best, and trying to help myself and help out everybody else, especially on the offense end of the floor. So. that was huge. But God is good. I've been blessed to be back healthy and be able to just play, night in, night out at a high level. And, the work that goes into it, it pays off. And it's something that I really, really rely on, especially at this point in my career, as the years go on. That is the difference maker for me. And nobody really sees it on a day-to-day. But I'm really proud of what I put into it, and the team who they know who they are that helped me and push me and motivate me. So I'm gonna keep doing that until I can't anymore. I don't know how long that'll be, but that's a difference maker for me, and I really value that work.
Steph, after big shots or timeouts, you let out a lot of emotion out there. You even pulled up your shirt once at a timeout. Was that the culmination of everything, the stretch run, this regular season run just coming out?
There's a little bit of everything. Like I said, there's a different vibe when the game has consequences and means something, and especially in those moments. It is nice to have some sort of an atmosphere in terms of a home court advantage with fans in the building going crazy. It was loud in there for how many people were in there, and we've missed that for a very, very long time. So, we've had some moments early in the season where we had big comebacks, and you look up in the stands, there's nobody up there, and it's kind of awkward. You don't know what to do. So, like, nights like tonight, that's what we play for, to get the fans involved and appreciate that love and that energy. And shout out to Baron Davis. I definitely channeled my Karolinko moment. I ain't dunk on nobody, but I wanted to channel the same celebration. So shout out to BD.
Hey Steph, how did the intensity and emotion of this game do you think is going to prepare you guys moving forward?
This is a good experience for guys who haven't been in a playoff type atmosphere, to understand how important every possession is, and especially how the fourth quarter went, where we had 15-point lead, I think, or something, and then they take it was 17, and then they take a 2-point lead, and then we bounce back. So if we're really gonna be critical about ourselves, we gotta look at that first 6 to 8 minutes to understand you don't want to be in a position where you have to win the game twice. But I like the way that we responded and how you deal with the nerves and the adrenaline and the crazy swings is it's a great experience, and those reps matter. So whatever happens Wednesday, hopefully not Friday, that we'll be ready for for what's coming at us.
Hey Steph, William Sports Fans Rep. Not much is said about Steve and his coaching ability through this year. It's a younger group. What have you seen different, and how has he prepared you guys for this moment right now, moving into the playoffs? And then how different is it from playoff appearances in the past? The prep.
The prep's the same, but you just got to adapt to the task at hand right now, and obviously our rotations and lineups are different. The cast of characters is different than the last 5 years, but again, that experience that we've had, it comes back. There's been a lot of commentary throughout the year about us as a team, him as a coach, where we are, what we're trying to do, where we're building, towards, and all that. And it feels like 4 seasons in one, in terms of all the different narratives and situations that we found ourselves in. But now, we have 2 games to get into a playoff series, and that experience that we've had should come out in terms of, again, me and Draymond being able to be the extension of him on the court and help lead guys to another level.
What was behind the decision to guard Ja Morant your first game against him from the outset? Sorry, Mark.
All good, man.
Just the matchup. I mean, I guard point guards from time to time, Marcus.
This was a unique time, though.
Why? Because it was the first time?
You hadn't played him before. No, because you hadn't played him before, and, you didn't get the feel for him.
Well, you can't get a feel for somebody until you play him, so might as well. I was locked in.
That was my next question. Did it have something to do with the commentary heading into the game, dating back to last year?
I see everything, so I love to have some fun with it, brother.
It's good to see you. In light of a possible matchup with the Lakers, what does your rivalry with LeBron mean to you, and how do you think that shaped just your journey, given how many times you crossed paths with him in the finals?
It's we're obviously any team he's been on, and those matchups where our careers are connected because we played at the highest level. And if we do play on Wednesday, it'll be a different scenario, but another chapter in it. But at the end of the day, you expect greatness, and that's the part I've enjoyed so much about playing in finals against him, against those Cleveland teams and those games that matter. It just brings out another level of intensity and excitement and a sense of urgency about it, because you know how good you have to play in order to win games like that. So if it happens on Wednesday, it's the same kind of scenario with just a different situation with the play-in type situation.
All right, let's go for one more. Monty, did you have a question?
Yeah, I did.
Last one, go ahead.
Steph, this 6-0 finish, how much of it was, I guess, built around your defense? And also, I want to know your reaction to your block shot on the big man.
Thank God for timing, because, I don't know how high I got off the ground. I felt like I was up at the rim, but I know I wasn't. But thankfully, he didn't see me, so he couldn't react. The homestand was huge for us. We were looking forward to it for that whole the long road trips that we had, and just the condensed nature of that schedule. We were just trying to get through to get home and know we had a good opportunity to finish the season strong. Taking care of OKC, then obviously Phoenix and Utah. That was a big back-to-back stretch, and that was just gutsy. Defensive toughness and what Draymond brings from us. He lit a fire just with his presence and his voice going into those two games, and then obviously tonight, knowing there's something about those games that you just feel like have a different nature to them, and they matter that we've missed. We haven't been in that position in almost 2 years, so we brought out a different side of us that we love. And defensively, obviously, like you say, that's how you win games. And even like a night like tonight where you give up a huge lead like that, you buckle down and get 3 or 4 stops down the stretch, and the game opens back up. So we got to find a way to do that, these next couple games in a playoff series and take it from there.